Good morning.
Good morning. Okay, we're gonna start. I said every Wednesday I'm gonna go over the 5K plays. It's the midweek and see how far uh how the our 5K plays are going, if we have any that it has already started doing what it's supposed to, and just to get a touch if some of you have looked at them. Okay. The first one we had uh 1 to 3 bearish pullback, meaning we were expecting them to create two consecutive higher highs or three consecutive higher highs or two consecutive higher highs and an inside day. Okay, so when you're trading these, you have to have a target level for these, because if they don't hit that target level, then we're expecting a bearish continuation. So it means these were stocks that were bearish and we're expecting a bullish pullback. Okay, so BA, as we know, had been bearish for months. It had lost over 100 points, and then it hit 176, had a double bottom, I think, on Friday, and then created a higher low at 181. And from 181, if you had gotten those calls from that higher low 181, it's still going up pre-market. I think it has hit 189. And we had said the previous lower high level, when it last time it tried to pull back, the previous lower high level was 199. So that's our key level. We either have to go to 189 in those 1 to 3 pullback days. If it rejects 199, then it means we're expecting a bearish continuation. I hope you guys are seeing what I'm sharing. So Baba, the Chinese stocks, was the same thing. If you look at Baba, it had already created those 3 higher highs. It didn't go to 88. And we've seen since Monday, they've been coming down. Baba, Baidu. I said, look at all Chinese. Baba, Baidu, Futu, Entes, all of those. Okay. And then the next one was they're supposed to create 3 consecutive lower lows or consecutive lower lows and an inside day. So the first thing to happen, because people, I don't know, people confused, it is supposed to pull back first, then create a lower high, and then we're getting puts to create those 3 lower lows. So pullback has to happen first. And that's what some people who are telling me they're already in crowd and ZS and spot puts. I'm like, they're trying to pull back fast. You're waiting for them to pull back, and I explained here with a spot on bullish pullback. If it fails to retest 173 or creates a lower high, watch for bearish continuation to retest 145 support. So on that, if you guys remember with the SMCI, it was the same thing. First, we had the pullback, and then it went down to create 3 lower lows. The same thing with Meta and Tesla. So that has to happen first. You don't just get puts. We don't get puts from support. We get puts from a rejection of a low and when it creates a lower high. Okay, now these two, I know BP was reporting earnings, and this it had already formed those lower lows, and it went on to continue down. So if somebody had gotten puts for a gamble on this based on the 1 to 3 pullback, they would have paid off. And I said I'll include small ATR just for you guys to see that they can also make you money. We know the energy stocks, some of them have fallen off the momentum list, and I explained this on Monday. Okay. So those were there for 1, 2, 3 pullback. Then I added this. I said I'll be also adding others that are not, because sometimes these don't play out immediately. So I said I'll be adding others just in case we have a delay in the 1, 2, 3 pullback. And this is what I added. I added Netflix, MSTR, Meta, Coast, Walmart into. Okay. And we saw from Monday, Netflix was playing out, Coast was playing out, Low was playing out, Walmart was playing out. And we'll look at the charts and see what happened with them. Into also yesterday was pulling back. Okay. So if anyone, and I said, if you're having trouble finding place, just come to this 5K plays. You will not fail to get one. We saw somebody who already made 5K by Monday in less than 4 hours. And she did BA, she did Mera and Tesla puts. And Tesla is a continued, still, I explained, the 1, 2, 3 pullback, it continues, because if that stock is still, it's still continuing to watch for lower high, you get puts for continuation. Lower high, you get puts. Because if it fails to pull back, it means we're having a bearish continuation. So Tesla kept it, retested 212, broke it, rejected 200 on Friday, then it pulled back, then it was a put from 212, it broke 200, 194, it was supposed to go to 188. So this strategy is not just for 1 week. So the same stocks, Mera, we saw it pull back to 309 on Monday, and then it was a lower high. Of course, 309 is a lower high. So you're still watching for those pullback continuation. It doesn't mean you're only watching these stocks for 1 week and that's it. No. Okay. So you're still watching for pullback continuation. So Tesla still continued. Mera still continued. That's what we had Mera on Monday, a pullback. Crowd went to 170. I don't know if it hit 169 and ZS, but they're still struggling. They're trying to pull back. So any failure to create, to go back to previous high level or create a lower high, we are still looking for bearish continuation. The same thing for sports. Okay. Netflix is a post-ER. Mera is also a post-ER. MSCI, I don't know, it's reporting this week. And then we have costs that failed to break above to stay above the 577 like 2 weeks ago. So it's been coming down. And then yesterday it was pulling back. And I told you guys, wherever support it comes from, it's supposed to go back to 565. So whatever support you see, when it creates a higher low, you are getting calls and you're trying to trade to 565. If it rejects, you're selling, you're waiting again for another entry, creates a higher low, getting calls again until it goes to 565. If it rejects or creates a lower high, then you're looking at puts. I explained about Walmart, the 165 level, and into another looking chart. So all these from Monday, all these were already playing out from Monday. BA from Monday and today is Wednesday, is still going up. So if you held calls, it is still going up because it was supposed to go back and retest 199. Okay? So if by Wednesday you haven't looked at any of these stocks, then you've missed out on the BA, you've missed out on the BABA and the Chinese, you missed out on the BP and this Netflix, Coast, Low, and I gave the levels down here. The photos still dropping. So B, I said above 180, so going to 185, then 191. So it broke 185. It has hit 189. So this 191 we're probably going to hit it. the next 196, and then now we're supposed to retest 199. If we are failing to retest it, we are going to continue down. So all the levels are here. Above the same for cost, it was above 546, it went to 555. So hit this first level. Netflix, I think, was on a bearish trend, it broke 400. Okay. So, and I said, these are levels to watch for the entire week. Don't expect them to be hit in one day. You'll also be watching for retests, rejection or break above these levels. So I went all the way even to give levels for you guys. So even if you're picking one or two, stocks, BA was already done because it was pulling back, it was going up, and you will still be holding the calls. Okay. So I talked about this last week. If it's below 200, it's bearish, but when it's pulling back, it's headed back to now the same 200 level here, like the 196. On 4 hour, then on daily, it can go all the way to 202. Okay, and this is a stock that has been bearish all the way from July. We came down, we had this shallow pullback here, shallow pullback here. So this is another pullback. So when you're on a bearish trend, you're trading two trends: pullback and continuation, pullback and continuation. So until we have a change of character, this was the last pullback, it went to 199. Until we have a change of character, then it means we are still gonna keep going down if it fails to retest this level. Okay, so it's already created two higher highs. So we're watching, and today I'm sure when the market opens, it will be the third higher high because it will have opened higher than yesterday's high. Okay, so this kind of plays, and the contracts were cheap because it was coming from, it hit 177. If we look on the 1 hour chart, we had a double bottom here. So you just need to come look at the chart. The previous week what happened? We had 176.00, and then we had 176.93. It's a higher low by 93 cents. Okay, so that's your confirmation, and that's a double bottom. Okay, then we started going up. So now our goal is to, so the first one here is 189, which you've hit. And then the next one you can have, if you're going by this 190, but this is the key level for us, the 199. Okay, so it's either gonna go to retest this level. If it retests this level, it means it wants to go higher. If it rejects this level and creates a lower high, then it means you're expecting a bearish continuation. Okay, so far, from this Monday, when the market opened, it opened at 181, another higher low. Okay, so we've been having 176 here. This was actually a triple bottom, 176, 176, 176, went up. Then we had a pullback yesterday, it hit 181, which is another higher low. Then here was your entry for calls. Okay, you'd have made money yesterday. For those people who still don't trust the strategy, you'd have taken some profits here and left some runner. So that's how the strategy works. So for BA, and our number one, that was a success. I'm not gonna ask who traded BA. So, our BABA, go on the daily chart. So if you go on the daily chart, I told you guys, if you're seeing a stock, it's struggling, like the way you remember when we talked about the 1, 2, 3 pullback, I explained. Excuse me. Then if a stock is struggling to create those higher highs, it's still weak. So we can see here, this was the first one, and then it had a doji here. And then the next one was slightly, it didn't even touch it. It was almost like a double top. We have, as I said, when you have such a thing, it has to be broken, that level. Then it went up and broke it. And then the next day was still a double top at 84. Okay. So when you see such a thing, is where this stock is clearly struggling. And of course, it's been bearish. Okay, pullback, continuation, pullback, continuation. So pullback here, the pullback, the 1, 2, 3 pullback, it was really struggling. If you're seeing such a struggle, then you're looking at possibly bearish continuation. But sometimes you might see a stock. So here we had it hit 79, we had 83, and then a slightly higher high here. And then it had like a double top. And then we had a bearish trend from Monday, continuing into yesterday. Okay, so sometimes you might see this, but if it's still creating a higher low, so this is the level you're watching. It had a double bottom here at 80 and at 80 here. So if we're still seeing a higher low, any level above this, or even up to 79, we might still expect it to retrace back to that 88. 88 is the level we are watching for. This level, okay? So you could still have taken advantage of the double top to get puts, because it failed to break this level 2 times. Get puts here, or you're watching today, or today, you're watching if it can still try to break this level, create a clear, like here we still don't have a clear, we don't have a clear higher high. Okay, so sometimes you might have this happen. If it still holds above 79, then you're looking at still getting calls and possibly going back to this level. If that fails, then now we'll be looking at bearish continuation, and we see it's reporting earnings on Friday. Okay. Sometimes you might ask yourself, these stocks are bearish, where they, how low can they go? So the previous support is 77, which was before earnings, last earnings in May. Okay? And then this was in August, where it had hit 102, but it didn't. It was supposed to go to 103 or this 105. So this was a lower high. Then we've been bearish ever since. So ER to ER. Okay? And I'm gonna look at BABA and BIDE also. They're also Chinese. Okay, so this one didn't even attempt. The only one that had that 1 to 3 pullback was Baba. But because they're in the same sector and Baidu is reporting on 21st, I think Baba is because of its reporting earnings this Friday. So this has also been bearish. So this one, just because of Baba, that's why I said you look at the others as sympathy. They might try, you might see the whole sector doing the same thing. So if Baba was Baba was failing, Baidu, oh, sorry, was I looking? If Baba was failing, Baidu was probably going to fail too. This is daily. Yeah. Okay. If we go to 1 hour, you will see that on this is on Friday, we hit 112, 106, and 110 lower high. And then here was like a double top, the same thing as Baba. And it went down the whole of Monday, yesterday, and probably we're gonna have continuation into today. So it's already approaching this 104. So if it breaks 104, and you see this last time, it dropped all the way to, this was last year. A year ago, it had dropped to 73. So this is the level to watch for, because it's already broken here. And this is 91. So we're watching for 91. If it breaks 91, then we're going back to this level. So if we're still having the bearish continuation, then those are the levels to watch for Baba or for Bidu. But Bidu, PDD was in the momentum list. It broke this 103, went to 111, and here it had like a double top. Actually triple. 1, 2, 3. 3 times. And what happened? This is Monday. They've gotten puts from this 110 to 97. So that's like 13 points drop. Okay? And I said I'll include this as because it's a momentum. It might give you better points, and that's what I mentioned on Monday. It might give you better points than Baba because this was on a momentum list, and this is what you see. So from here, it had a triple top, and we had it dropping 10 to 97, so about 13 points. And there are people who've been trading Futu. So, and I said, those people who learned how to count days, just count days and see where these things are falling. If the basic is still not giving us a perfect move, then it means you're not expecting we're buying puts for 3 weeks out. No. Depending on what day 6 gives us, we'll know even if it's just having holding a day or two. So Baidu, it was in the 1 to 3 pullback, bullish pullback. It was supposed to create 3 lower lows the previous week. So I told you guys this strategy continues. It's not just a 1 week strategy. So this was the pullback. It had come from 64. So of course we were expecting it. This was when it was in the 5K list last week. So it hit 62, a lower high. Then it broke. So we were expecting to break this level. We broke it, 55. Another pullback. So when you're trading these, you always have to expect pullback continuation, pullback continuation. You're not just waiting for that stock to drop the way people, crowd and ZS have been waiting for them to just drop. They have to try to fight the drop. Okay, and that's what you see. So you're looking, you can play the pullback, and because you're expecting it to create a lower high, this is your main focus to get puts for continuation. You don't just focus on this and then you forget to get the continuation. So we knew we were going to break this level, the 55. So 60, another lower high, and it went and broke this level by slightly a few points, but it broke it. So it's still a continuation. So this was where it came from. We created a lower high here, a lower high here, and another lower high here. So every time it creates a lower high, it's going down. Now, if you use this daily retracement, it's supposed to go down to 51, then 49 and 48. So they might seem like small ATR, small moves, but they make money. So that was for the Chinese stocks. Then we have sports. This was what happened after stock reported earnings. It went to 173. Okay, so sports is supposed to create 3 lower lows. So the first thing to happen is the pullback. If it pulls back, this is what we said. It will go back. If it does not break this level, then we're not looking at bullish continuation. We are looking at getting now the puts. So the first thing you're trading is the calls, guys. It's the calls for the pullback because it has to create a lower high, and then we start doing the 1, 2, 3 lower lows. First, this has to happen because how do we know it has rejected? We have to go up. So first, it seems like it has retested this here, the previous lower high. So the next level is this 173. So you'll be trading calls. So from 155 to 165. So this was Thursday, this was Friday, and this was Monday. It was actually 155, creating higher lows here. So this would have been on Monday, you would have gotten calls at 159, and it looks like it's still going up. So first you're trading the the move up to reject this. And then now if it creates a lower high, you're getting puts. The same way Futu, a good example, went up to 64. 62 created a lower high because the previous high was 64. Then we started dropping down. So it's the same thing. The same thing with SMSI. People would trade the pullback first, 300, and then the continuation down. So this is what you're trading first. If it fails this, then you're looking at puts. Okay, so for puts, this is the previous support when it reported earnings, the 145 here. This was a double bottom here and here, then it went up. Okay, so you're looking at 145, 173 first, rejection. If it goes close to it or retest it, then it means we're now changing. We're looking at this going up to break this level. Crowd, the same thing. So we had it going down to 170. So now it is pullback going up. It's continuation pullback, continuation down pullback. So now this is a pullback. So 170, 170, 170 here. 170, then creating higher highs, higher highs. This is the previous lower high level. If it does not go close to this, then now we're looking at continuation. The next level is 167 here, 165. So still the same thing. If it doesn't go to this lower high, then puts. This has to happen fast. Pullback, continuation. Okay. So still looking at this level. So we have here 156, and then this 147 here. Those are the levels for continuation. If it decides it's gonna go back up, it breaks above 184. This is the previous high level, it hit 193. It was supposed to retrace to 198, so this was a lower high. It started coming down. Okay. you're buying puts after rejection. You're not buying puts immediately at support, guys. So this is the previous lower high. If it goes up, doesn't go back to this level, creates a lower high, then we're expecting bearish continuation. It is pullback continuation, pullback continuation, pullback continuation. Don't just get puts and then you can't be getting puts as support. You have to wait for it, go up, create a lower high, and then getting puts. Okay. Here, when it hit 177, this was a double, like almost a triple. So came down. So pullback, continuation, pullback, continuation. That's how the downtrend is. You just don't buy puts here. We have to wait for that pull and then get the puts. Okay, so that's for the 1, 2, 3 pullback strategy. Then the other that are given, Netflix. So not Netflix, we still know it's what? It's bearish. So from the time we hit this level, we reversed. This was a confirmation. We had a continuation to 344. This was pullback. When it reported earnings, pullback. It went to 418. It was supposed to go to 419. We had like a triple top here because it failed to break 419 3 times. And then we came down. So, and this was the play I gave last week. I said Thursday, Friday, play Netflix. So here it had failed, here, here, and here. You have to play puts on Thursday into Friday. Okay, it hit 395, then another pullback, 412. 412 is a lower high, came down, okay, and rejected this. So it created a higher low and attempted to go up. So I told you guys to watch for this double top or double bottom level, double bottom or double top levels. So you're just watching for the same levels. If it doesn't break above this to go to retest this level, then we are still looking at a pullback. Continuation down, sorry. So these are the retracement is supposed to go to 433. If it fails, then we're looking at it going to 475. This is the bottom retracement. This is the top retracement. But of course, still, it still has to break our 419. Okay. Post. So the market is still weak. So don't expect those perfect moves yet. You're still looking at levels. You're still playing those levels. Okay, so here when we rejected this, staying above this, it was like a double top. And then we failed to break this level for 3 days. Here, here, and here. It dropped. So for post, you're looking at the previous support was 542. It broke this level. So anytime you're seeing a stock breaking support, I think it went to, did it retest this level? So it had like a double bottom at this. This was after it reported earnings 539. Okay. So 546 was a higher low, then it still created a lower high. Then it continued. This was also 3 times. So cost here and here and here and here. It consolidated for 1, 2, 3, 4 days. Then it went down. Okay, so as much as a stock is dropping, it can have that, we call it calm after a storm, where it's relaxing or taking a breath, and then people are, this, if you look at the daily chart, these were indecision, and finally we go there, the breakdown. It was supposed to go retest this 539, it was rejected, so that was a higher low. So this was Friday. So come Monday, this was going up because even if it rejects by cents, it's still a rejection. So this was a good play on Monday. Went from 543 all the way to 556. So over 10 points more. Okay. So of course, it still didn't go to our level. 565 is usually our key level. Then we had a pullback here. So today you're still watching this. If it's still not breaking above, going above the Monday high, then we're still looking at this. This is the bottom retracement, 1 hour. Okay. So if it breaks the 539, this level here, then this is the level we are watching for bearish continuation. Okay. So anytime we hit the first time we hit 571, anytime you see a stock that was bullish, then it has a deep pullback. So this was a deep pullback. Then it means the next time it's going up, it has approached the top. It can break this, yes, but it means it has approached the top. This deep pullback makes the bullish trend weak. Okay, and this is what happened. We went up, yes, we broke this, but we dropped. Okay, so this is the level to watch for, 530, and then 523, that retracement level. Okay, so that's for course. If we are breaking above 565, of course, we have the 570 and then 577. Okay. MSTR. Now, if contracts for MSTR are expensive, look at coin. Okay, so this was the top, and the same thing. We had a deep pullback. This was over 100 points coming down. So we assumed you're reversing. Then when we pulled back, we created a lower high. We hit 450. It's reporting earnings on when is today? Oh, today. Okay. Okay, let's see. So our day 6 shows sign of weakness. So look at it today. If it's going up today, this is what I tell you guys. If a stock is reporting earnings, you don't look at it the day of. Now, you see this we had last week. And I mentioned MSTR. I think there's some people who are trading it. I know Shiba was. It went up. Of course, it didn't go back to this 449. Created a lower high, 434. Pulled back, still a higher low. This is a double, like a double bottom here at 410. So watch it today. If it's bullish, and you know MSCR moves like a monster, can go up like 20 points. If it's going up from market open, you can get calls, and then you leave a runner and hit. So this is what I explained for earnings this time. Because we were bearish, it was so easy to play earnings if you're gambling, not every earnings, but if you're gambling on any of the stocks. If a stock was bearish into the day of the ER or 2 days before, you're taking profits on your puts and then you're getting a hedge. So it's the same thing with this. If you're trading, if you want to trade the earnings, please look at the stocks from a week ago, 2 weeks ago, from Monday. Don't wait that day and then you're like, Virginia, what is this? If you want to play that stock, then trade it from Monday. Look at it from Monday. So here it had a double bottom, and of course we know it created a lower high here. So that confirmed the bearish trend. If we go by this, we've confirmed the bearish trend. for Bitcoin. And here, everybody was waiting for Bitcoin to go 70 something. I was like, it's done. It is done. I don't know if that lady is here. I was telling her, she had Bitcoin. Oh, it's going to 75. I'm like, oh, okay. By the time she was selling Bitcoin was, I don't know, 40 something. Okay. Not seeing her. I need to check up on her. So in 9, we had the reversal, dropped all the way to 17, then again to 15. So 9 minus 15, that is, no, 59 minus, that's 4, 54. So 54 divided by 2, that is 27. 27, 15. It hasn't even done 50%. I'm trying to get the 50%. I don't know what happened to my chart. Every time I draw it, it just doesn't need to create a new chart. So I'm trying to get the 50% retracement. So it still hasn't retraced 50%. So MSTR, look at it today. So this here on the weekly, it had like a head and shoulder pattern, but so here we were coming down. This stock was, oh my goodness, come from far. It's good when you're trading a stock going up and then you're trading it going down and then you're riding it back up. So here it's not even close to 50%. Even by going by this close one, just even if we do like just 700, I think it has. Has hit 50, has it? So we broke this level. No, we did it. We haven't hit 500. So this was 417. And sometimes I'm just talking to myself, but I'm just I'm trying to see if we've hit 50%. That I don't think we have. This was 475 and came down here, higher low, and we still didn't go back to this. We created a lower high, but it's been having like, I know it doesn't look like it, but been having like shallow pullbacks here. And this is indecision, 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 oh, you want to go, well, you want to go into earnings with such. This is a good one. Do you see what happened here? Indecision, indecision, then it dropped. Indecision, indecision, then what happened after earning? Drop. So I love kind of earnings when nobody is decided what they want to do. So whoever decides, they're the ones who will win. Yeah, so here, this stock seems it's notorious for being undecided as it goes into earnings. So here it had 347 dropped, then pull back, and this was consolidation with indecision for all this time, and then it dropped, and then indecision post here, and then went up. This was a double bottom. It's the same at this. So here it was going up and then post here, indecision, dropped, then went back up. had a double bottom, double top, then came down. So this is a good stock pre and post, especially if it's having a run and then it's consolidating. Look at this. So this is the pattern. I've not been looking at MSCR for a while, but this seems to be the pattern as it heads to earning. It has indecision, consolidation, consolidation. So if nothing is happening on earnings and it's still consolidating, that's a sign of weakness. It dropped from 290 to 152. Now, somebody was asking me how, I saw somebody asking about CAT, how the stock runs into one. This is what you do. You come to the daily chart, you scroll backwards, you will see the pattern for this stock. So this was now post-COVID when it was just dropping, dropping, pullback, dropping. But it seems after this, after August, this is what it does: consolidates and then drops. This one went up, consolidated a while, dropped, then went back to the same level, and then dropped. So it's a good stock pro CR if you get the trend. The same thing here, consolidated in May, and then it dropped to 266, consolidated this whole time, and then 266 double bottom, and then went up. Then if being consolidating here, and then this is the earnings in August, and then we dropped, okay? Then we had some move up, consolidation, then we had a move up, and look at it again, the same thing, it's having those indecision. So are we gonna drop or are we gonna go up? That's how you do analysis. You want to get the history, just daily chart, go back and look at how this stock behaves. So now we know the pattern for this stock. Likes consolidating and then drops post here. Okay. So today, if it's having a bullish trend, whatever move it makes, so there's no way you will not look at it when the market opens and then it drops 20 points and then you want to get puts right here when the market is about to close and it has dropped 20 points. No, if you want to gamble this, you're looking at it from market open. Is it going up? You're getting calls. If it's going up at calls, it means puts will be cheap. You can now hedge with the put. And then if it's coming up, if it's going down, you're getting puts, you're leaving a runner, then you're hedging with the call. You make money with it, the profits you use to gamble. Because like we've seen with those indecision, I can't tell you which move it makes. And Bitcoin is yet to hit 50%. This is yet to hit 50% from the bottom. So it's a long way from that 50%. So don't wait to ask when a market is about to close, Virginia, what are we doing? And then when you look at that stock, it was going up the whole day. So the same thing with the FSLR. This stock has been bearish, and we had talked about this is supposed to pull back. Okay, so there's no way you can tell me the whole day is going up, and then you want to ask me here before market close, Virginia, are we gambling this? If you wanted to gamble it, you would have traded these calls, okay, and then left your runners, because we know this stock has been bearish. Either if you want to get a put, you can, but it's been bearish, so we are expecting a pullback. Been bearish for all this time. I know in PH, and I told you guys, don't expect the same thing for these renewable energy stocks. They've never all done the same thing. So last earnings, we had all of them, they were dropping. But the earning before that, SETG went up, FSLR and the NPH puts paid. But SETG calls, and we had gotten both put and calls. So this is why I'm saying you are hedging, because you cannot expect just because ENPH went down, it means FSLR will go down. All these companies are different. The way they report earnings is different. Okay? So there's no way you can wait to ask me, or you're waiting to get an alert, and yet this whole day, this stock was going up. So you're getting call here at the bottom, and you want to buy here. when it has gone from 10 points, from 132 to 142. Okay, so this earnings has been the simplest earnings because stocks were either bearish or a stock was gone up and it's pulling back. But mostly, most of the stocks were bearish. So either leaving a runner and then hedging with a call. I can't compare this earnings season with the last one in July or May. Because that then we're having stocks going up. But this stock, we've been bearish since July. So it's either a stock is continuing down or it's pulling back. And I told you guys, this FSLR, ENPH, and ZG, they're stocks you can gamble safely, but you have to know which trend it's trading before. So we were bearish. If you made money with puts, and this we've been talking about these stocks for forever. Every week we are talking about them. So you can't tell me you're waiting here to get calls. This is where when you get in here, even if it goes up 7 points or 10 points, you're still in making money. You're not buying here expensive and then you wake up, if it gets a small IV crash, you're losing your money. No. So whatever you want to trade for earnings, look at that stock from a week before, 2 weeks before, they identify the trend. Let it make you money before. Don't wait for here. Really, the whole day it was going up. And this was day 6. So day 6, for those people who attended last weekend, we want a day like this. This is telling us this coming week, the following 6 days, this stock is gonna be on a good trend. You can hold, and if those people who had counted, that's why I say you can have this knowledge and then you put it in your pocket and you store it away. Somebody had counted, this was day 6. Yesterday I had a doctor's appointment and I was going so I barely looked at charts. Okay, so this was day 6. So here you would have gotten your calls and held comfortably because it was pulling back. It was bearish, it's pulling back. So when you see such a day 6, you want to, if it's a pullback, you're holding into day 1, day 2, sometimes even day 3. So this is going to be a good post year. Yesterday, a net is always a good swing and a good, all these things I tell you guys every 3 months. Take note. When it comes to next earnings, you already know what to expect for this stock. Not every earnings now you want somebody to repeat the same thing. A net is a good swing and is a good post year. And people are telling me they're losing money. I'm like, why are you losing money? Just play one post year. Why are you even gambling? I already told you guys on Monday, SPY and QQQ, don't expect those big moves. We're going to get zigzag. All the semiconductors are that zigzag move. So if you have such stocks giving you good moves, why are you even struggling with QQQ and SPY? Just trade these other stocks. Trade the 5K plays. Okay. So this is day 6. So this is going to be a good post year. And we know it's been bearish. So the previous lower high level first is this 158. If it breaks it, just use this. I told you guys this time, because stocks have been bearish, look at the retracement levels. So this one, it says you can retrace up to 175 on 4 hours. Okay, so it has hit the lower time frame. Okay, so the next one is this 193. This is the previous lower high level after 158. The G, I think, is reporting next week. So still you can trade it pre-earnings. Oh, it's reporting tomorrow. How comes I thought, oh yeah, it's tomorrow. So it's the same thing. It's been bearish. So if you're in puts, you would still be holding your puts because it's still dropping. Then come this day, you're not wanting to ask me, Virginia, what are we doing? You would be in puts and then you're hedging with a call. You make money and use that money to make you more money, but you're not using your money to gamble these things and then you lose it. You're using profits to gamble these. So there's no way you are just ignoring that stock and then you want it. You want to look at it the day it's reporting earnings. This has been the simplest ER to play because stocks were bearish, been bearish since July. So either we're getting a pullback or a continuation. So if we're already in puts, you're holding the puts, you're leaving a runner, and then you're hedging with a call. So we rejected for 8, and yesterday when we were looking at the charts on trading, it was showing it hit 4.8. So here we approach it. So we've hit that 4.8. Anytime a stock hits a key level, it hits the level and then pulls back. So we've been expecting this pullback, and I talked about going to this 425. So if still holding a put, I don't know why you'd be holding a put. We're trading continuation pullback. Continuation pullback. You want to see the day it hit this level, the following day, is it creating a higher low? Yes. Then you're no longer looking at puts, you're now looking at calls. I said we watch for 418. We didn't hit it here on Monday. We hit it on Tuesday. So the minute you're hitting a key level, the next level to look at is the previous lower high, 425. We don't just drop. We will hit support, we will pull back. If we don't go to this level, we'll hit a lower high, we have continuation. So some people missed this move and then they want to get in now for puts. So we're supposed to go to 338. We rejected 338. We created a higher low, 342. So this was Thursday. On Friday, it was a higher low, 344. On Monday, it's even higher, 346. Yesterday, it was still came back to 346. So we are going back up. So the key is to go back. So these are the retracement level, and this is the previous lower high level, 361. So you are not looking at puts now. And stocks don't just, you have warnings for all these days. Since we hit 352 last week, Thursday, we've never gone back to this level. So you should not be looking at puts anymore. There's what we call rejection, retest, break. We rejected 338. We hit a higher low. We've been trying. The first day, we rejected 550. The next day, we hit 550, which is a key level. We hit it, so it means this stock wants to go back up. So there's no way you should be looking at puts or holding puts. You should be looking at going back up. So Friday was day 6. So if you're having Friday as day 6, on Monday, you'll be looking at it creating a higher low. Be looking at it, is it creating a higher low? So this was day 6, day 1. That's what you're looking at day 1. If it's creating a higher low, then it means this stock, you should be looking at it going up. So day 1, day 2, it had a double bottom. Day 2, you're expecting a bullish trend. That's why we were bullish yesterday. So this day 2 can have continuation into day 3. The pullback is we were bearish. We're now pulling back. We're going up. And this move can go on into day 3, day 4. We did this on Saturday and Sunday. Those people who attended Saturday and Sunday class. Okay, I have to go. Any questions? Happy new month. Let's see how this November goes. Usually November is historically bullish, but we have to see. If we're still weak and creating lower highs, and it means this bearish trend, we are not done with it. But I've been telling you guys what to expect every month. So November, December, January are usually bullish. Then February, March are usually bearish. But it doesn't mean if we're bullish, we're just going up to heaven. No, we still have to break, have a change of character. We still have to go up to retest the previous highs. If we still reject, we'll have the pullback. So we're still trending those trends. Identify the trend, and that's what you're trading. Any questions? So if you have no questions, I told you guys about Tesla that rejected 200. That rejected 200 here Thursday and Friday. And then I said, if it doesn't go back to, it was supposed to stay above 212 to go to 237, or even this 222. So it didn't. We had here 214, 214, 214. So this was a triple top. We had it drop Monday. Okay. And this is still the continuation of the 1, 2, 3 pattern. I told you guys, you're not looking at it just for 1 week. We're supposed to go to 188. So this was a higher low. And then yesterday we had Tesla going back up. So if anytime a stock is creating a higher low, you're looking at it going back up. So this is what you're saying. Oh, bearish continuation. If it creates a higher low, get calls. If you're still try and paper trade these things, you're trading higher lows, higher highs, lower low. Try and just paper trade. So this, all the stocks under 1, 2, 3 pullback, you're still trading the 1, 2, 3 bullish pullback, the one that created 3 lower lows. You're still trading pullback and then bearish continuation, pullback, bearish continuation. So it broke support, it broke 212. So now you're looking at the next support. So this is where we came from 152. So it means we broke this 212. We can still go back to this 152. It doesn't mean we can just drop like if you throw a rock up and then it comes down, it just drops. No, you're creating a lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Lower high is the pullback and then lower low. So here, the retracement level is 210. If it doesn't break above 210, then you'll be looking, this is, because we already broke this level. So that's why I'm saying I'm not confident. And if you look, this looks like an end. So this was from here, went up, came down, and then went back to the same level almost. This is I told you guys there are M's that are slanting. If you go on Google, you can look at the different M's and the different W. There's one that is slanting, and then there's one slanting down and slanting up. And then coming down. So as much as I'm saying November is usually bullish, we just started the month. It doesn't mean it's like a switch. We switch it off, we are bullish. We switch it on the first, we are bullish. We switch the light on the first, and then we are bullish. It doesn't mean that. Each stock has its own trend. So if a stock is still weak, then it means it's still going down. So just trade those levels, guys. Pullback, continuation until you have a change of character. So try and paper trade. Those levels you're expecting, the target levels, if it's not hitting, they're expecting a pullback. So here, 210, 222, 220. We have 237 is our key level, and then 247. If we're not hitting those levels, you utilize these retracement levels. All right. Go. Post-ER, FSLR, post-ER. Post-ER is the first thing you're looking at, guys. Post-ER. Really, Annette, it's still going up. It is in the momentum list. Anything that is reporting earnings, I told you guys, if it's reporting earnings and it's under momentum list, that's the stock to play. You're not confused on what he's gonna do. It already told us he's bullish. I gave the levels. It's supposed to go to 203. The whole day it was bullish. The whole day. It is still going up. So you'd have bought your calls, taken profits here, and leave some runners. The easiest plays to trade for earnings are the ones on the momentum list. And I told you guys, if it's on the momentum list, you've identified the trend, you can gamble that stock. Annette is a good one. You guys, we did Annette when we were in the other group. Oh, please take notes. If you have a diary, write those stocks that we know they are good ERs, because I'm not going to be here every day to remind you guys, oh, you guys remember, this is a good one for earnings. Take note of those stocks so that when that time comes, it's every 3 months, we are back here, the same story. Every 3 months. You want to trade, don't expect somebody else to do the job for you. Somebody has guided you. Now, take it up and then run with it. Okay? All right. See you guys.
Thanks, Virginia.
Thank you.
Hello.
Let's get this money, guys.
You keep saying that and then you disappear. I don't see you. Atis, are you the one who keeps telling us to make this money?
Yes.
Did you trade Annette yesterday?
I sure did. And I still have 2 contracts.
Oh, that's wonderful. Congratulations.
Yeah. Let's make this money, peoples.
Yeah. Post-ER is the easiest, guys. The easiest. Even if it's not giving you a good move like McDonald, but it's still making you money. You're buying a contract at $50 is going to 200. You have 10 contracts, that's 2,000. Please, please, I beg of you guys. The money is there to be made. I don't know what you guys are busy doing. Okay? Bye, Irene.